Welcome. This is a short lecture entitled Art and Film, and I draw a few insights from James Monaco's How to Read a Film. When one talks of films, one must discuss art. The term art is difficult to define precisely. Art covers such a wide range of human endeavor that it is almost more an attitude than an activity. In the ancient period, seven activities were identified as arts: history, poetry, comedy, tragedy, music, dance, and astronomy. They were seen as tools useful to describe the universe and our place in it. In the medieval period, the understanding of art shifted some, yet the word remained flexible. In fact, art became synonymous with skill. There were the medical arts, the art of war, etc. By the 19th century, art became more linked to creativity. There was a differentiation between artist and artisan. The latter was simply a skilled workman. Today, the idea of art, for example, the fine arts, is narrower. Art is production of something beautiful. Photography and film are recording arts. Film is media because it is a channel of communication. Film is not a language system like written or spoken English, but it performs many of the same functions of communication as language does. Although film does not have grammar, it has codes and signs. Film represents a combination of the pictorial, the literary, and sound. Thus, it has painterly, narrative, and music codes. Put another way, quote, "It is not because the cinema is language that it can tell such fine stories, but rather it has become language because it has told such fine stories." The defining medium of the 20th century was film, but interestingly, very few people owned movies. This changed 40 years ago as movies became more like novels and biographies when they were put on the market. First, there was VHS, then DVDs, and then more recent examples. Technology and the market have transformed the film industry, as was the case with novels. For example, writer Henry James doubled and tripled the length of his novels when he began to earn enough to switch from handwriting to diction. One important advantage of word processing software is the power to revise. Technology has driven the film industry. The introduction of sophisticated color technology meant that film could compete directly with painting. Film, since the beginning, had the advantage of recording images of the world directly. But one important point about technology, there is some production that cannot be drastically improved. For example, print books will not disappear. The book is an ingenious device like the wheel. It is a simple machine of rugged versatility. Few people prefer the computer screen to a well-printed page. There is the physical thingness of a book. In our increasingly virtual and abstract world, these physical objects with unique weight, feel, and smell will be increasingly prized. As for film, greater technical sophistication of film will not change the importance of a good story that engages major themes of life. Technology will bring new advancements of film, but some aspects of film will change little. Film art is powerful, but its Achilles heel is apparent when comparisons are made to music, dance, and drama. Images of film can overwhelm us psychologically, but they are still structurally separate. In other words, film viewers cannot enter the world of the image physically. As a popular art, film depends on large numbers of consumers to function economically. Movies are capital intensive and labor intensive. They involve much money investment and they require large numbers of workers. The digital age has drastically reduced the artist's investment of both capital and labor in the filmmaking process, but it hasn't decreased their significance. As a very expensive art, film is produced under certain economic rules of production, distribution, and consumption. Film has broad appeal, but its production is in the hands of a limited number of producers. As an economic commodity, film can often be understood as selling a service that is essentially psychological in nature. We most often go to movies for the emotional effect they produce. Films send messages about society. Consequently, the study of movies help us understand our past. Films are historical artifacts that reveal much about history. Films interpret history, films reflect history, and films are made to influence history. Movies are influential, but it is nonetheless important to understand that mass entertainment cannot depart too far from the tastes and beliefs of the masses. It is much safer to make movies that reinforce people's biases rather than changing them. Typically, filmmakers present material that does not offend their audiences. However, there are notable exceptions. Because film is a powerful medium capable of influencing masses of people and manipulating thought and behavior, there are filmmakers that place ideology over profit. For example, in recent times, Disney films have elevated progressive ideology to the disgust of movie viewers desiring entertainment without left-wing politics. One final point. The storytelling and the visual are aspects that make film a powerful medium in interpreting history. Thank you.